Good evening, and welcome to this regular meeting for the Board of Education for Tuesday, August 2nd, 2022. If you could please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Grigsby? Here. Mrs. McCarthy?
Here.
Mrs. Saxon?
Here.
Mrs. Tamira?
Here.
Mr. Baca?
Here. Finalization of the agenda. Is there anything to add and or delete?
The agenda is final as presented.
Thank you. We'll move right into the superintendent's and treasurer's report.
Okay, we have 3 quick items tonight for the Board of Education. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to the 2022-2023 school year. And that kicked off yesterday with our entire admin team returning. In less than 2 weeks, our teaching staff returns, and shortly thereafter, our students. So we're very excited to get things up and running, and it has been a whirlwind. So we're excited. If you haven't yet seen, please do take a moment to check out our new North Ridgeville City School website. There's lots of exciting information on there, but do want to bring to your attention to let us know if you're having trouble finding anything or things are missing that perhaps were once there. There are, when you flip over to a new website, there are some things that we want to correct, and we are taking care of those things as you let us know, so we appreciate that. On that website, you will find all kinds of pertinent dates to the 22-23 school year, all the building open houses. Each building has all of their building start and end times, their bell schedules if appropriate. So you can find all kinds of exciting information. This Friday will be the first official Friday communication to the community, and that will go out as usual the first Friday of every month. And in that, you will find lots of back-to-school information that will be very helpful. Don't forget, this week is tax-free weekend. So this weekend from the 5th through the 7th, we can get all of our school supplies and items for the upcoming school year tax-free. Don't forget to visit our booth at Corn Fest. This will be the last time to have that announcement prior to the Corn Fest actually happening. Again, lots of exciting events that weekend. We will have a school table welcoming back all of our students with back-to-school signs, the school bus tours, and other events that will be planned with a parade ultimately culminating the weekend. So we're looking forward to that. And last but not least, before I turn it over to Mr. Junker, tonight on our board agenda before you for consideration is our final resolution for proceeding with a bond issue this November. So we are very excited for all of the work that has taken place over the past couple of months. Lots of thanks to all of you for your support, to our communications team led by Mr. Fritz, Sam Amin and Nikki Roth, who have been working very hard to set up different opportunities and events to really put in place a solid plan in conjunction with the City of North Ridgeville. And we thank Mayor Corcoran for being here tonight and for his support, and really looking forward to realizing this project here in North Ridgeville and truly doing for North Ridgeville what our community students and staff deserve. So that is before you tonight, and again, just bringing to fruition one vision, one North Ridgeville, and more to come on that. Any questions before I turn it over to you? We have a quick facilities update, just some information.
Yeah, thank you, Superintendent Casario. As she mentioned, a quick update. We touched on it last board meeting on the 18th. I think everyone is pretty well aware, or mostly aware, that the high school has modular classrooms that are being installed and nearing completion. We will get you as a Board of Education over there prior to the next board meeting. Additionally, our maintenance team, Seth Perry, our cleaners and custodians, have been busy transforming the rest of the district as well. And that goes beyond just our traditional summer cleaning. We all know about the modular units. I think what a lot of people probably don't know about are spaces like ECLC, where we have reached our capacity not only with students, but for staff members. So we're transforming some unconventional spaces into offices. We are transforming some unconventional spaces into learning areas for our students. And that's a common theme across the district, and really is what is leading to this wonderful bond campaign that Superintendent Casario talked about. So, like I said, the maintenance team is doing a tremendous job of getting these buildings ready. It's just the reality that we're living in right now that we're having to really make some concessions in areas to make sure that we can provide the best educational opportunities for our students. So we're as excited as we can be about these modular trailers and everything else that's going on. If there's any questions about our facilities, happy to answer them.
Mr. Younger, what's the outside of those trailers going to look like?
Actually, Mr. Pritt and I just walked over there. Nicer than you'd think. They're vinyl siding. The vinyl matches the color of the exterior of the high school.
Have they been sided?
The one side is about complete facing the parking lot. So if you drive out and that parking lot that's just adjacent to them, you can see what they will look like. And they should finish the siding should be done by the end of this week, early next week. They will look visually appealing compared, next to the high school.
I visited over there on Saturday, and they weren't sided yet. So
they weren't. Yeah, no, they started this week, yesterday and today, and got almost the whole, I guess, the east side completed, and they'll finish up this week over there. Yep.
Questions for Mr. Younger?
No, but thank you to your staff for the hard work. Summer is not a break for
They definitely work.
or curriculum or student services or HR. Should I go keep going?
Thank you to your staff for utilizing facilities that are less than conducive. The city came over and helped take a look at some stormwater management at the bus garage, and the small buses, the front end is at the garage door, and the back end I don't think you could get past. And the big buses, you cannot back completely into a space. So our mechanics are working in a situation in which the buses do not even fit into buildings. So, I mean, that's just another example of the lack of facilities and the need for this bond campaign. So thank you to your entire team.
And I know we had talked with the board about a tour of the modular units, and while we had hoped that that would happen today, there are still no ramps up into the modulars, making it somewhat tricky to maneuver, but we know that by the next board meeting, school will be just about ready to start, so we're hopeful that at that time we can plan for all of you to get into those buildings, so we'll certainly communicate that with you. Finally, I introduce Annie Hostetler, who has a couple of exciting introductions for us tonight as it pertains to our high school. Annie.
Good evening. Good to see all of you. Just 2 short weeks ago, we presented the board and then shared with our public the need to find a high school principal to replace Ms. Jamie Lermo, who retired from the district. And then we also had shared that we had one of our principals going on a medical leave. And so we were in need of some coverage at the high school. And I am thrilled tonight to introduce you to the 2 candidates that we will ask for your support on tonight's agenda. I am happy to introduce first Mr. Joseph Mueller. He will be our interim high school principal. He is a career high school principal. He started his career with the CMSD and went to West Geauga and Perry. And since he served 7 years as high school principal at Brecksville, Broadview Heights. And then since he has filled interim roles in the past at both Avon Lake and Strongsville. So we are thrilled to have him and think that his passion and experience will be an excellent addition to the district. Also with us this evening is Mr. Edward Kosick. He is going to fill the role of interim assistant principal at the high school. And like I said before, this was a need of a leave that we have there and why we are adding that position. He has had a number of successful administrative roles as well, including roles at CMSD, Smithville, Twinsburg, Brecksville, and most recently in Akron, and also a couple of out-of-state roles as he's returning from out of state. We were lucky to find him this year for the interim role. So we're very, very excited. I think that you will get a chance, and our community will certainly get a chance to meet both of them, but they bring a great deal of enthusiasm and passion for kids, which is most important for all of us, and their experience is going to be valuable to our entire district. So you will have an opportunity to vote on that later this evening.
Thank you.
Sure.
Gentlemen, would you like to approach the podium and speak to, kind of putting you on the spot, but
I'm on the clock. Thank
You
you.
come up to the podium.
Thank you, Annie.
If you want,
Okay, sure.
see you.
A week ago Friday, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
A week ago Friday, my lunch of chicken wings, french fries, and beverages was interrupted in a very positive way by a phone call I received from the North Ridgeville City Schools. And my wife said, "Who is?" I said, "North Ridgeville." She said, "Go outside and talk to those people." And I did. And I will tell you, when they expressed an interest in having a conversation with me about the opening here, I was interested because of the good things I've heard. Not only, and what I know about North Ridgeville, the city, the schools, as a former principal in the Southwestern Conference, but the good things I've heard and witnessed in the building projects about the leadership in this district. In the last week and a half, as board members, I would say to you, when you talk to your constituents, you can speak confidently about the quality of not only leaders in this district, but of the treasures that you have on this staff. And I will tell you, in the time I'm here, I promise you and the families and the community that we will not allow any student to fail, to fall through the cracks, or to not understand how to be empowered to approach his or her preferred future, as is stated in the district goals. I've been so impressed, and I'm thankful for the opportunity to continue my career. Thank you.
thank you. Thank you, and welcome.
Thank you. I feel welcome. Really good people. I'm just kidding.
Good evening, all. Edward Kosek. It's very hard to follow Joe Mueller. I'm going to keep it short, sweet, and simple. I look forward to learning about North Ridgeville within the next few months, as well as leading. And I thank you for your consideration for this opportunity, and I look forward to working and being a part of the district leadership team. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, welcome.
Superintendent's report.
Thank you. All right, here's an opportunity for hearing of the public. If there's anybody in attendance this evening that would like to address the Board of Education, now's your opportunity. Please approach the podium, sign in, and state your name and address. Seeing none, we'll move into the consent agenda. Resources report, Ms. Saxon.
Yes, we have a number of items in the Human Resources report. 1 certified staff resignation, 3 support staff resignations, 3 supplemental contract resignations, 2 NREA supplemental contracts, 3 non-NREA supplemental contracts, 1 unpaid volunteer recognition, 16 certified staff adjustments. This is the first reading for these items. The second reading and consideration for approval will be at the August 16th regular meeting. This concludes the Human Resources.
Thank you, Ms. Saxon. We will move on and continue with the Human Resources report. Mr. Grigsby.
We also have another item in the Human Resources report, 1 on NREA supplemental contract. This is the first reading for this item. The second reading and consideration for approval will be at the August 16th regular meeting. This concludes the Human Resources report.
Thank you. Audit report, Ms. McCarthy.
Thank you, Mr. Baca. Board, we have for consideration this evening the second resolution determining to proceed with a bond issue election. Maximum principal amount of $190,025,000. Maximum term of 37 years. The purpose of constructing, adding to, renovating, furnishing, equipping, and otherwise improving school district buildings and facilities, and acquiring, clearing, improving, and equipping their sites. This will be submitted to the electors of the school districts on the November 8th, 2022 election. I move to approve this finance audit report in one reading.
Moved by Ms. McCarthy, second by Mr. Grigsby. Is there any discussion?
I just want to say how excited I am to get started and educate our community on what this whole process entails and what it means for the future of North Ridgeville, and kind of gets me choked up just a smidge.
Very exciting time. Yes. Anything else? Roll call, please.
Mrs. McCarthy,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mrs. Saxon,
Yes.
Mrs. Tamira,
Yes.
Mr. Vaca.
Yes. All right, move on to the Human Resources Report. Ms. Saxon.
We have a few items to consider under the Human Resources Report. 1, support staff resignation. 2, administrative staff contracts. 3, certified staff appointments. 1, certified staff leave replacement appointment. 6, support staff appointments. I move to approve the Human Resources Report on 1 reading.
Second.
Moved by Ms. Saxon, second by Ms. Tamira. Is there any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Saxon,
Yes.
Mrs. Tamira,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mrs. McCarthy,
Yes.
and Mr. Vaca.
Yes. Gentlemen, congratulations. You are official. Yes, yes, very excited. It is recommended.
Can we do announcements real quick?
Sure, absolutely.
I just wanted to put out a reminder that on August 11th at 7 o'clock in the stadium, the band is doing their community night. I know you've already seen them out there working hard, but I'd love to fill the stands for them, so.
What time did you say that was?
7 o'clock?
Thank you.
And it's free.
Anything else this evening? All right, it is recommended the Board of Education adjourn this regular meeting.
Moved. Second.
Moved by Ms. Tamira, second by Ms. McCarthy. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Tamira,
Yes.
Mrs. McCarthy,
Yes.
Mr. Grigsby,
Yes.
Mrs. Saxon,
Yes.
Mr. Vaca.
Yes.